Take a look at this. You've probably seen it a million times. It's a chapati, a simple, warm, humble flatbread. And yeah, it's a familiar sight on dinner tables all over the world, from South Asia to the Caribbean and East Africa. But what if I told you there's way more to this simple bread than meets the eye?
You might just see it as, a staple food, something to scoop up a good curry or stew, just a basic, everyday part of a meal. And you'd be right, but that's not even half the story.
Because this simple piece of bread has lived so many different lives. It's been a secret messenger, a sacred offering, a migrant's legacy, and even a street food icon with a seriously clever name. So today, let's peel back the layers and uncover the secret life of the chapati.
Okay, so let's start with what we think we know. For millions of people, the chapati is a fundamental part of countless meals. It's a taste of home, a symbol of tradition.
The official definition is pretty straightforward. It's an unleavened flatbread, which just means it doesn't use yeast to rise. It's made from whole wheat flour, water, and maybe a little salt. That's it. Simple, wholesome, ancient. This is our foundation.
And here is where the story takes a wild turn. Because back in 1857, this unassuming, simple bread became a symbol of something mysterious. And for the ruling British Empire at the time, something deeply, deeply scary.
This brings us to something called the Chapati movement of 1857. In the months right before a massive rebellion in India, this really bizarre thing started happening. A phenomenon swept across the northern part of the country. And the thing at the heart of it all? These little flatbreads being passed from village to village in the dead of night.
And the process itself was just incredible. It was like this high-speed, mysterious relay. A runner would just appear out of nowhere, hand a few chapatis to a village watchman, and say, "Bake more," and pass them on. The watchman, who often had no idea where they came from, would do it and then run them to the next village. This network moved faster than the official British mail system, and it was spreading panic everywhere it went.
The British were completely baffled. They were cutting the chapatis open, looking for secret messages, but they never found anything. Was it a signal for an uprising? A kind of warning? Maybe some ritual to ward off disease? The truth is, to this day, nobody knows for sure. But the fear and the confusion it created? Oh, that was very real. It just goes to show you how an everyday object can become an incredibly powerful symbol.
But the chapati story goes so much deeper than just political mystery. Long before it was scaring an empire, it was seen as a central part of spiritual devotion, a food literally fit for the gods.
There's this beautiful story about a devotee named Madhavendra Puri. The story goes that in a dream, the deity Lord Gopala, a form of Krishna, told him where he was buried in the earth and asked to be honored. So the villagers dug up the deity and decided to prepare a massive celebration.
And wow, what a feast it was! They called it the Annakuta Festival. The offerings literally covered an entire hill. And right there, in the middle of all these incredible, rich dishes, were stacks upon stacks of chapatis, every single one of them covered in ghee. So you see, this simple bread has a truly sacred place in a tradition of these lavish, devotional offerings.
Now, the chapati's journey doesn't stop there. Like so many people from the Indian subcontinent, this bread traveled. It crossed oceans and put down new roots in new lands, especially in East Africa.
Its arrival in Kenya is tied directly to colonial history. Indian laborers who were brought over to build the railway brought their food with them. Then, a British settler, Lord Delamere, started growing wheat on a massive scale. And the result of these two things coming together? The chapati was adopted and then transformed into something totally new within Kenyan culture. And this comparison just captures that transformation perfectly. What was a daily, humble staple in India became a celebrated festival food in Kenya. It stopped being just about daily sustenance, it became a food for special occasions, a symbol of cultural exchange, and a connection to a rich, shared history.
From a festival dish in Kenya, the chapati's evolution continued right next door in Uganda. And there, it was completely reinvented into one of the most beloved and cleverly named street foods in all of Africa.
And no, I'm not talking about the watch. In Uganda, if you ask for a Rolex, you're about to get a delicious and much more affordable treat.
And there it is. The name is just a brilliant, simple play on words. Rolled eggs get shortened to Rolex. It's a fresh, warm chapati, an omelet with tomatoes, onions, maybe some cabbage, all rolled together into the perfect portable meal. It is an absolute masterclass in culinary creativity.
And the creativity doesn't stop with the name. If you're really hungry, you can order a Titanic, which is made with multiple chapatis. Or you could get a Kikommando, which is sliced up chapati mixed with beans, a name inspired by commandos needing a quick, hearty meal. It's so playful, it's so inventive, and it's a whole world away from its simple origins.
So let's just recap for a second. We started with a simple round of dough, but that same dough carried a mysterious message that terrified an empire. It was offered at the feet of a god in a massive festival. It crossed an entire ocean to become a symbol of shared history in a new country. And finally, it was playfully reinvented as this incredible modern street food icon.
The journey of the chapati is just this incredible reminder that the simplest foods, they often carry the most complex and fascinating histories. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets, what other amazing journeys are hiding in the food that we eat every single day?